Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're gonna be making this thing a chop top. Alright guys, so last week's video we knocked out most of the floor. The floor is pretty much where it needs to be. Just need to do some more welding, some more grinding, and get it where it needs to be. Make a lip, and maybe we need to move one of the mounts because it's a little off because of the floor patch panel, but not a big deal, we'll knock that out. But what we're gonna be doing today is we're gonna be making this thing a chop top like what I said. We're gonna come in here, we're gonna start cutting here and here because we wanna lower down this roof to make it come down to here. We're just kidding, we're not doing that. That's not our plan. What our plan is today is we're gonna come up here and we're gonna cut around on our roof and take the roof panel off to see how much rust we have up here on the top, and so that we can start cutting this out so we can do some replacing panels because we got a pretty big rust hole right here that we need to take care of. So we might have to remove this whole thing out and brace it in with a new one or just do a bunch of patching. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna come up here, we're gonna lay our grinder wheel right in here, we're gonna go around and we're gonna cut this roof off. Alright, so our old Shop Vac did die. As you can see, it didn't have any suction anymore. So we put it where it belongs, in the garbage. We ran up to our local Harbor Freight, which we do love. We got a brand new Shop Vac right here from Bauer. We love Harbor Freight because they always have really good coupons. They give us discounts. It matches up with some of these other companies. It's usually a lot cheaper for the Harbor Freight version, and from what we've seen so far from Harbor Freight is they do put out some good tools that really help us work, as a lot of the stuff that we use here today is from Harbor Freight. But what we're gonna come up here now and do is, since we have the Shop Vac, you can see that we have a lot of like loose rust and whatnot. We're gonna vacuum this all off, and then we're gonna come back with the Bauer SCT tool from Harbor Freight and start grinding this down, and with some other stuff to just grind it down, and then we're gonna lay some rust reformer on it. So that is all of the spraying right there. So what this is Rust-Oleum Rust Reformer. We're not sponsored or anything, so you don't have to use Rust-Oleum, but you know, this is a great product. We really recommend it. What it does is it pretty much, once you spray it, it's turning everything that is rust into a paintable surface, and the rust pretty much gets killed. So it really just takes the oxygen out of it, so it really collapses it and makes it so rust doesn't come through. We really don't want any rust on the top of this thing, just because the panel, just to replace the panel alone for the cover, is like $350 at the cheapest, plus all the fees and everything to ship it here. But also what we did is we came over and we used our awesome Bauer SCT tool to grind away a lot of that rust, and it made it just easy as anything. Was able to get in some of the hard spots, but for the other harder spots we came through, we took this nice wire wheel, and we also came with this Harbor Freight grinding wheel, and just got into all the nooks and crannies up there. And then what we did is we took our lacquer thinner, took that down, cleaned it up, made sure this thing was good to go. As you guys saw, we ran up to Harbor Freight to get a Shop Vac, which really got away a lot of the dirt, sprayed away any dirt that we had, cleaned it up, painted it. And what we're gonna do in the upcoming videos is we're gonna lay some Dynamat up on the roof. We're also going to prime the roof in a primer paint, just so that it's protected, so that we have no other issues with rust coming back. That is going to be a wrap for this week. We'll see you guys next Saturday when we continue at this roof and continue aiming and killing this rust.